high school teacher. Don't sing.
That's my best friend, Veda Saltonfuss.
Veda and Tom, let's sing.
Most of the girls don't appreciate her.
I always surround myself with people who I find intellectually stimulating.
A lot of the guys are a little afraid of her.
Okay, lean forward.
But she's more fun to be around than anyone I know. This summer, though, things are changing for everyone.
You ever kissed anyone?
No. Her father just found someone.
I'm going out with Shelley. I'm very nervous.
Since the last time you dated, something happened. The sexual revolution.
Good at kissing and dancing. And very optimistic.
And the grandmother just lost her marbles.
It's 2:45.
No wonder Veda's acting so funny.
What we're gonna do is send our vibes out into the group. Feel my aura.
I don't think I'm allowed to. I'm going to marry Mr. Bixler.
You can't marry a teacher, because then you'll give you all A's, and it won't be fair.
Dad likes her better than me.
Big girl.
I'm running away. I'm going to Hollywood to live with the Brady Bunch. I want to live with them too. No, you can't. They have enough kids. You'll have to live with the Partridge family.
They say sometimes, when you get older, friends stop being friends. But not Veda and me. She'll always be my girl.
From the producer of Parenthood, Columbia Pictures presents Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Macaulay Culkin, and introducing Anna Klumsky.
Veda, what'd you think of me?
What?
If you don't get to marry Mr. Bixler.
I guess.
My Girl.
Well, My Girl it is. So, of course, this came out in November 27th of 1991. Well, we'll be doing another movie right around that time, right after this one. So, I will be reviewing the wonderful My Girl movie right after this.
Hey kids, I'm here to tell you about two extremely famous plumbers, Mario and Luigi Mario, on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. You wanna know what makes them super? Cause they triumph over the evil Koopa and his brainless sidekicks, Iggy and Spike. Using only their plumbing tools, and they battle the Goombas. Koopa's hideous dino human army, those Goombas are scary. The Super Mario Bros. Action figures from Earl. But don't worry, they're not real.
Well, I think these Mario commercials were better than the actual movie itself. And I do have a guest with me. He is lifeless now, so he's just imitating Thomas J. for later on in the movie. So now this
That's
is.
not funny.
Oh, come on!
Not dead.
So this is the movie My Girl, and this, of course, is starring. Apparently, this is Anna Schlumsky's first movie, and of course, she plays Veda. Let me get that last name again. I think it's Slumpin' Stuff or I totally butchered the last name. So you know what? I'm just going to go with Veda for now. So yes, so she was also in obviously My Girl 2, and also Gold Diggers: The Legend of Bear Mountain with Christina Ricci. And yes, that is a girls' movie. So I haven't really
Never heard of it.
I have not seen this great actress in anything else, and I'm sure she was
I
in.
don't think you have.
I think she was in a couple Law and Order SVU. I think she was in the regular Law and Order.
Is in Law and Order SVU.
I know. Everybody who is in Hollywood is in Law and Order SVU.
Even if they're not in Hollywood, they're in SVU.
Yeah. So well, I haven't. I'm still yet to be on that show, but I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure. Season 30, when nobody's watching anymore, that's when I'll get the call, and I'll be working probably for free. So her last name is Sultan Fuss. I wasn't that far off. And
What's her first name?
Veda.
Oh, you got it right.
Yes.
What did you call her yesterday?
Probably Vada. I'm sure she doesn't care. And then, of course, this is also co-starring Macaulay Culkin, and this was.
Who's that?
I was ready for it. I didn't.
I know
didn't know who that was. I know who he is.
Yes, and Macaulay Culkin did several movies, of course, in the '90s. So, of course,
Yeah,
we're gonna start out with Uncle Buck. Then we're going on to Home Alone 2, My Girl, My Girl 2. Oh
No,
wait,
he's
he
not.
wasn't in the second. I'm so sorry for the spoiler alert. He did not make it to the second movie. They must have written his character off. So, but he.
You had to.
But he was in Richie Rich. He was also in The Page Master, The Nutcracker. So
There's a lot of stuff.
he was in a lot of stuff, and like I've said in several of reviews with him, I think that was part of the problem. Oh yes, and Getting Even with Dad is another one. So yes, he was just all over the place and probably burnt out. And trust me, I was burnt out seeing his movies. I wanted to stop. So
You can't blame him.
no, I can't blame him. So anyways, so now we also do have no, he is not. Oh yes, then he was also in The Good Son. Okay, that's enough of Macaulay Culkin. So
Yes, Gamma Dan Aykroyd, I can say who's that now.
oh, okay, so now we also do have the very talented Dan Aykroyd. He shouldn't need an introduction, but of course I'm going to give him one anyways, just because it's Dan Aykroyd, and he is one of my favorites. And yes, he got his start on Saturday
When you
Night
say it, I swear to God.
SNL, and he was also in The Blues Brothers 2000, Neighbors, 1941, Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
You could just that 1 through 4.
Yeah, I could. No, because then I would have had to skip over the girls one, The Frozen Empire. He also produced the Real Ghostbusters show. He was in Coneheads, Evolution, 51st Dates. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, which I'm sure he wants to not be a part of. So yes, Dan Aykroyd was in several. Oh yes, The Great Outdoors. I got to mention that one. So yes, this is Dan Aykroyd. Several movies, and a lot of them were actually pretty good. Unfortunately, Jamie Lee Curtis is in this movie. What? She's not one of my favorites. I've already forgot the character name that she plays. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll go to the cheat sheet. Oh, I forgot. Shelley Devato. And yes, she works at the funeral parlor as the makeup artist because that's very important. I guess when you're dead, you want to look your best. So, I don't think I don't think he had to hire somebody to do that, but whatever. He did. And then they start dating. I'm just joking. It's some death humor here. This is a serious movie, but you got to joke around with it. It's somewhat. And then we also have, I believe his name is Richard Mazur, is also the co-star. It is Dan Aykroyd's brother. I do like his parts in his movies. I hated Encino Man, but I liked his small role that he played in it. And he was also Milt in the movie 61.
Never heard of it.
We did a review on it.
Never seen it.
Oh, but that is a movie to definitely check out. That was that actually was a very good movie. So, and then also we have Griffin Dunn, who he is related to Dominic Dunn. That did unfortunately she did get shot. She was in the Poltergeist,
Never heard of
and
it.
this guy was actually in the movie After Hours.
Never heard of it.
So, and then we have Ann Nelson as the grandma, who of course sings during a funeral, and she was in Airplane, Airplane 2, and the show Fame.
They made a second one of that movie?
We won't get into the Airplane 2, the sequel. It's probably a movie that people just want to forget about.
I want to forget about the first one.
Some people may not have liked Airplane. So now moving on to the wonderful story of My Girl. This is taking place, I believe, in Madison, Pennsylvania. It was actually filmed in Bartow, Florida. So this is taking place in 1972, like I said, in Pennsylvania. And
So same place in Pennsylvania, but filmed in a whole other state.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they do that from time to time. The Natural did it. It was taking place in Chicago. They filmed in Buffalo. So now the actual story here is wonderful. Beta is going through a interesting part of her life here. She her dad works for a funeral parlor. Sorry, he owns a funeral parlor, and this is actually being filmed at the Salt and Fuss Funeral Parlor in Florida. Believe it or not, I just read that. So he owns the funeral parlor, and Veda likes to kind of eavesdrop. She's a hypochondriac. Um, she's going through an interesting time in her life. She's yeah, she likes to do that. Yes, and Thomas J is her best friend, and it's also a boy, so the girls don't really care for her. The boys are afraid of her, so she's not exactly very popular, but she does enjoy life. And then IMDb, according to the great IMDb, it says that her life starts to fall apart when her dad starts dating Shelley. I strongly disagree with this. She just takes it in a bad way. Her life doesn't fall apart. Her life is fine. She's just whiny, complaining, and she also has a crush on her teacher that is probably 40 something years old. What do you think is going to happen? Veda should have seen that coming a mile away, that this isn't going to end well. So her life doesn't fall apart. She just likes to kind of take it apart herself. So, and then I will not mention what happens to Thomas J. Let's just say that he runs into a box of honeycombs. And let's just say that it doesn't end well. He plays Tiger Woods roulette with a bee's nest. So now I will just show the first clip, and it will be Veda messing with her classmates in her wonderful in her dad's business. So it's her house and where her dad does business. Probably not. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Samson, you're so weird. I want my money back. I was afraid of this. Of what? Well, sometimes when we get them, they're not completely dead. You know, like when they cut a chicken's head off and they still run around crazy. You're full of shit. I guess she's roaming around this house somewhere. There she is, in the rocking chair.
Well, so this is a nice little opening clip here. My wonderful bride to be picked this out, since this is her movie. So she picked out the very first clip, and this is quite an opening clip here. So yes, me and my mom actually did see this in theaters. We did not see this. Well, we did not see it as a family. It was just the two of us. So
I can see your dad and your brother not wanting this movie.
well, yeah, I could too. So anyways, so this is a nice little prank to play on them. I actually forgot about this part. I thought that she just opened up the thing and they just ran out. They did not. So she showed her grandma just rocking in the rocking chair, and the kids pretty much scared the bejeebers out of them, and they all ran away. So nice little opening clip. Now, Veda is afraid, apparently, to go in the basement. She is trying to get her dad's attention, but he's too busy sewing up one of his inventory, I guess. So I will show that clip in just a second.
That boardwalk park place for a shoe in the way.
I like to buy up all the railroads.
Veda, we're trying to work here.
The girl stole all the puppies. She was going to make a fur out of them.
I mean, the cannula.
There he was, just a walking down the street singing.
I'm bombing my high school teacher. Don't sing. All right, Arthur.
So Veda is afraid of this basement, and I guess I can understand why. She's trying to get her dad's attention, but he is pretty much taking this sewing ship pretty seriously. I guess that is his, what did he say, high school teacher? So he said that no singing allowed. That is his high school teacher. He didn't say if he liked him or not. I still think playing music when you're doing that is okay. I don't think it's disrespectful by any means. If anything, his high school teacher might want him to maybe play Beethoven or Bach. It seems like his teacher was around that time when they were composing music. So now moving on. So so then she does sing, and then she goes back upstairs. So yes, the basement is a place that she is afraid of. So now we get to meet Shelley Devato, and of course she is played by Jamie Lee Curtis. So then after this clip, I will say what Jamie Lee Curtis was in. Since instead of saying what she was in, I decided to rip her apart. I thought that might be more fun. So now I will show that clip in just a second.
Is Mr. Harry Sultenfuss in?
Sure, come on in. The unfortunate experience of recently losing a loved one.
Could I see your dad just for a second?
Dad, somebody's here! He's downstairs working on Mr. Layton. Prostate cancer. Once it hits your prostate, you're a goner.
Well, so this is Jamie Lee Curtis or Shelley Devoto, and or is it Devato? Now I'm not sure. It's
I don't know, something else.
I'm just gonna say it's Devoto. So it's not that important. So this is Jamie Lee Curtis. Of course, we know her from the Halloween movies. She was in several of them, and also in Trading Places, and also in the movie True Lies, and I believe Christmas with the Cranks. She might have been in that as well.
You forgot Freaky Friday.
Oh, Freaky Friday, of course she would star in that. They need a freaky female in it. Might as well star Jamie Lee. So, oh, God, she was in too. Well, okay, so that's,
There's a lot more stuff, though. Why are you only naming Halloween and 3 other things?
well, she's known for Halloween. Oh, yes, Prom Night. I forgot about Prom Night.
Never heard.
So yeah, I know that there were several movies she was in. Fierce Creatures and I guess Beverly Hills Chihuahua. She played the animals in both of them. So now what happens in this? But the clip that we forgot to get was Shelley thinks that she is interviewing for a beauty parlor. It's a funeral parlor, and that little part at the end there we did not get, and unfortunately I forgot about that part because I believe that I was the only one in the theater that laughed at that when that was said. I thought it was funny. Apparently, nobody else did. So
Did you get in trouble?
I didn't get in trouble. I just my mom was just surprised that I laughed at that, and no other kids, I guess, got it. So, so I guess I was the only one that found that funny. It happened to my dad on several occasions when he saw movies in the theater as well. So I know where I get it from. So now we don't have the next clip lined up, but I will show you the next one in just a second.
Hi, Veda. What's wrong today?
I'm very sick.
Okay, take a seat. I'll check if the doctor can see you.
Well, what is it? I can handle it.
You are perfectly healthy.
That can't be. I have all the classic symptoms.
Sweetheart, did they bring Mr. Layton to your house today?
Yes.
Veda, you've got to stop this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you.
Well, I know you're probably wondering. Yes, I know I had to get the little political picture in the back there. That, of course, is I had to get Tricky Dick and Agnew on there just because this is 1972. And any picture of Richard Nixon just makes me laugh. I love seeing the Tricky Dick potato head in a poster. Yes, that would be the motion that he makes. Yes, only it's like this. Oh, my bad. All right, so right after the little, well, she thinks that she has a problem with her prostate. The swollen prostate's on that poster. So now I will.
She's a girl.
Yes, it's on that poster. It's Tricky Dick. So oh my God, $3? That's his name. So Dick Nixon. So
Before, and his name is Richard.
so she is now at the doctor's office. She thinks there's something wrong with her just because a chart comes in with her dad's teacher. So automatically she thinks, oh, she has something wrong with her. So yes, hypochondriac. And the problem with these people is eventually they're going to be right. Maybe not in this movie. That might be in the second one or the third one.
No, she's not have a contract that bad in the second one.
Oh, she isn't? I haven't seen the second one. So yes. Yeah, I have not.
Huh.
There was no reason
I
for
own it.
there was no reason for me to see the second one. Macaulay Culkin wasn't in it, and I realized it was pretty much a girls' movie. So,
That's the only reason I want to see it because Macaulay Culkin was in it.
well, yeah, because I figured it might be a Home Alone type of funny movie. And yes, there were funny parts in it, and Dan Aykroyd was in it. So, moving on. So,
So you want to go see this, not your mother.
no, I think I wanted to see it. I was curious. So that my mom, yes, she did take me to see it. So the doctor that is in this, that is giving her her daily checkup. It's her daily achievement is getting checkups every day. Boy, when she's older, she's probably going to get daily colonoscopies like B. Arthur. So yes, and this I would like to add that the doctor is actually from Buffalo, New York, which I just found out. Not that that's important to this movie. I just wanted to throw it in there. So and then he actually does play this. He has to put up with her every day. So of course there's nothing wrong with her. She does play this off at dinner, as well as the singing grandma, and then her uncle shows up for these dinners as well. And then later at night, they watch All in the Family. So that was a pretty funny show. So now we get to see what happens to Veda when she does have to go into the basement. She to get a basketball. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Please open the door. Sir, he wants to walk down the street.
So she gets her basketball down the stairs, and so she does get it. She goes up the stairs, but of course, leave it to Shelly to close the door and lock her in. So then, of course, she has a little panic attack. She's at the top of the stairs. The dead body's not going to get you. So, um, well, it's not. So then she sings the song, My Girl, blah, blah, blah. I laughed at this part too in the theater. This time I got a little scolding. So this one she did give me a little bit of a yeah a little bit of a scolding for this one. So but it is showing how Shelley is a nice motherly type that is actually paying attention to Veda. Dan Aykroyd in this movie is kind of mostly all business. This is a different part for him, and I'm going to show more of that in the next clip. So I will show that in just a second.
Didn't I give you a picture of what she looked like?
You don't like it?
This was the Reverend Porter's wife. For looking like a $2 hooker.
I think it's nice.
Action. So this is Harry. So Dan Aykroyd is playing a very different part in this. He is Mr. Serious. He just has blank stares all over the place. So he doesn't like Shelley's work. So poor Shelley is working so hard, and he pretty much called the old lady a $2 corner worker. So
The old lady with the weapons voice.
oh yes, the Reverend's wife. Yes, the one with the Mother Goose rhymes. So yes, not exactly happy. Then she tries to give advice about Veda, and he really wasn't happy. And those basement stairs are now shown again. Discord members seem to have trouble walking up and down stairs. So this may scare those kind of viewers. And Dan Aykroyd in this movie looks like he's having a little trouble as well. So I think he's wearing those suspenders for a reason. So now that I'm actually I am done with the Dan Aykroyd jokes. I do like him as an actor, but in this he's not exactly the most likable character. Like I said, very.
I think this was the first movie I ever seen him in.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. So, and this is, I think this movie may have sold me a little bit on him, not just as a comedian, but as an actual actor, because he's very good at comedy. But he is this one really kind of, for me, it kind of pushed him over to be at something a little bit better. So now we get to see the wonderful Mr. Bixley. What is the obsession that Veda has with this guy?
I thought Bixley was that guy.
No, it's a teacher. Sorry, it's Mr. Bixler. So I will send him an apology letter. So let's see what is so great about this guy. He teaches creative writing. So now I will show that clip in just a second.
Don't forget the part of the heart. Veda, is there something I can do for you?
I paid the money.
For this class?
Uh-huh. I want to be a writer.
Veda, this is an adult writing class.
Hey, I think it's real beautiful. She wants to be a writer.
So here's the great Mr. Bixel. So he's teaching creative writing. He seems to be good at it. What Veda's obsession is, I don't know. And
A child.
I know, but I mean I would not.
Also, you are a boy.
Yes, but if I had a crush on a teacher, that is the last place that I would want to go for summer is school. I didn't even want my mom to drive by it during summer vacation. I wanted
It's very hard to sit in the middle of the transit road.
not the elementary school. We could have drove past it.
You still can see it though from transit.
Yeah, you could, but still. I did not want anything to do with school. So she apparently did take the $35. She stole it out of.
You don't know that yet.
Well, yeah, we don't know that yet, but we have an idea.
We did not have an idea until you watched it until after the first time.
Yes, well, Thomas J stumbles on some money in the trail in the wonderful camper of the I'm going to call it the Devoto trail camper, and he stumbles on it thinking that there's cookies in there, and there wasn't. There was money. Veda stayed behind and had to use the wonderful bathroom just at the time that the money was shown. So I know I'm making assumptions, but she probably took that money to pay for school in the summer. What a loser! She could have used it for something else. So she's just interested in Mr. Bixel. She thinks that they're going to get married. She even hearts him. It's Bixel. Bixler. It is Bixler. It is Bixler. Well, I have just been butchering his name, and it's the easiest one to pronounce. So.
Yeah, what's the last name again?
Oh my god, I already forgot. Sultan Fuss.
What do you think? Oh,
I like it. I am actually a fan of the. It's better than having somebody be Mr. Smith or Mr. Williams or Donaldson.
So it's okay.
Yeah, but that's a very uncommon name. Yeah, my first name is Christopher. That does me no justice. I have. So now I will show the next clip here. We haven't seen Macaulay Culkin yet, but I am going to show the brother of Harry. So I get to show that clip because Harry is apparently going on a date. So they don't like each other at first. She criticizes him, and now they're dating. I guess that's in every
Going
movie.
on a date does not mean dating.
Well, that's how it starts. So I will show that clip in just a second.
No, it's not nice to lie to your big brother.
Hey, what's the hit? The shark gives. All right.
Going out with Shelley.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's great. It's great.
very nervous.
Why?
Last date I had was 20 years ago.
Well, this is what happens when we go on a date. 20, I guess it's been a while since he's gone out on a date. And there's his brother, very, very proud of him. And this is Harry's brother. This, of course, is played by Richard Masur. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Are you which do you mean? Oh,
And yes, that is how you pronounce it. So his brother's name is actually Phil. I did forget to say that. So he is obviously proud of his brother for going on a date. I thought they were going to the drive-in, but they're not. They're actually going to play bingo. So let's see if they're going to have some spies during this date, or is it just going to be the two of them? Well, let's find out in the next clip.
She finds out I'm out here. Let's go to the church. They're playing bingo tonight. I told you I'd get in trouble. Pacifist. I'm not. Bedwetter. I stopped that.
Under the eye, 1, 0. Turn.
You're not gonna let
4, 2. Under the end, 4, 2.
Oh, there's your dad and Shirley.
So here's the bingo scene. I did like how she was kind of making fun of Thomas J. She does get him out of the house. Well, she sneaks him out. Then I like how she called him a bedwetter, and he said he doesn't do that anymore. So apparently he did it for a very old age. So he must have stopped wetting the bed at age 9 or 10.
He's only 9.
I thought he was the same age as her.
Isn't she only 9?
No, she's 11.
Oh, wow.
So it's still too old to be wetting the bed.
You're 41. You still do it.
No, I don't. So, do I know someone that's 40 that still does? Probably, but we're not going to get into that. So, they do spy on her dad and Shelley for playing bingo, and now apparently Veda has one of her little death scares again. So she's in the doctor's office. They get these little shot things with water, and now they're going to play Tiger Woods roulette. And they're going to go after a bee's nest. So I will show that clip in just a second.
He says neat.
Oh.
Got it. My mood ring. It fell off. I gotta find it.
She ain't looking for it very hard.
They're alive. Run for your life.
Well, this is what happens when you knock down a bee's nest. So this is what I call Tiger Woods roulette. So they knock it down once with no injuries, but let's see what happens if you provoke them even more. So now what they do is they run away. I meant to go after it a second time. So then they decide to run and then jump in water, which is the last thing you want to do. I know bees probably can't chase you in the water, but they will wait for you to come up for air, and then what do you know? The only place they can sting you is in the eyes and the face, and then you go back under the water, and what do you think happens? You drown. So yes, that is not a good idea. Well, yes, there are several reasons why it's not a good idea, but I'm not going to do Austin Stevens on the air. You will have to find out this information for yourself. So now we will go to a happier thing here. This is a carnival, but Shelley does kind of show an engagement ring, and now Veda decides to get mad once again. So now she did lose her mood ring, but as usual, her mood ring would show mad. So they end up going on bumper cars. So this is a legal way to take some anger out on your future new mother. So I will show that clip in just a second.
She will. Whoa, that was nasty.
Well, this is the bumper car scene. here. So as much as I make Jamie Lee Curtis jokes, I do actually feel bad for the character in this part. She has done nothing, but she's been nothing but kind to the wonderful Veda, and she's just ramming her with this bumper car over and over and over again. So. And obviously, she did not look happy. Well, she hasn't been happy in this whole movie. So now let's see what happens when she gets her little friend that will now be showing up every single month. I honestly thought she was on that the whole movie. So I will show that clip in just a second.
That conversation.
Hi, Veda. Can you come out? I don't know. Please, it's real hot. Maybe we can go swimming. No. Get out of here. And don't come back for 5 to 7 days.
Well, so this is what she's like when she is on her period. So that mood ring would be like extra, extra, extra dark. So she just pushes them and says, I'll show up 5 to 7 days because obviously swimming is not an option. So, and poor Thomas J's face is just priceless. So he's obviously in shock. He has no idea what's going on. But yes, her little red river is flowing for the first time. So she is not happy at all. So she is grumpier than normal. She's making Oscar the Grouch look like Big Bird. So now I will show the next clip with more of the Tiger Woods roulette. This time it doesn't end up a very happy ending. So I will show the last clip in just a second. Done. Sorry, this is the second last clip, and I don't know why he has to get down again.
Oh, okay, well, we didn't make it, did we, Skipper? We almost did. I know, you only went one time today because of the weather. It's okay. That's okay.
So this is the second last clip. So obviously you play Tiger Woods roulette, and a bad accident is going to happen. So apparently, well, he's allergic to everything, which was the foreshadow in the movie. So why not have bees be another allergy as well? I am not. There's no dairy and there's no peanuts in bees. But apparently the bee venom did not cooperate with Thomas J. Sennett. So Thomas J. is dead. But I guess we didn't really know that yet. So
No, we know that. Well,
so now I will now show the final clip. So let's see how Veda handles this. Let's see how that mood ring is going to do. Many things. Let's see the period and Thomas J. That mood ring is going to actually just crumble to bits because she is going to be very unhappy, and I am just getting things thrown at me. And so I will now show the final clip in just a second.
He laid his hands on their heads before he left that place. Let us pray in silence.
I want to go tree climbing, Thomas J. His face hurts. And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. Put his glasses on. Put on his glasses. He was going to be an acrobat.
He's gone, sweetheart. He's gone.
So this is obviously a horrible thing, even though I was making jokes about it just to sort of make light of the situation. I totally understand what this is like, seeing a younger person at a wake. It is not a happy time. This is actually a parent's worst nightmare. I have seen it a couple times. So and I did not. Those were wakes I really did not want to go to because there's nothing you can say that will make the person feel any better.
well, I think Veda made his parents.
Well, Veda is Veda. So she's an interesting character on her own, but at least, I guess, his parents knew that there was somebody special in his life besides his glasses. So, and his allergy shots, for that matter. Oh, and his doctors. So I'm sure that made them at least a little bit happy, but yeah, other than that, no, she probably didn't make the situation any better. But she is a child. How do you handle something like this? I don't know. So, so obviously, this is the pretty much the end of the movie. Um, Obviously, her dad and Shelley are together. They're also engaged, so there will be a family out of this. So I guess that will be a happy time. And there is a sequel, just not with Macaulay Culkin, with some no-name actor instead. So so now I get to do my little review. So this did come out in 1991, and I believe the top movie that year was probably Beauty and the Beast. That's just my guess. Well, you're not going to believe this.
You are
So Beauty and the Beast was actually not the main movie. It was actually Terminator 2. That I'm not really surprised. I understand that. So Terminator 2 was number 1, but Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, can you believe it? I thought Silence of the Lambs would have been better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I'm going to call it Princess of Thieves. So, and Beauty and the Beast was number 3. So, interesting list there. So, My Girl was under some pretty heavy movies there with Hook and Silence of the Lambs, and well, I'm ignoring Robin Hood, but yes, Addams Family. Then we also had some gimmick movies like Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which I did review. Um, Hopefully that will get up to number 8. Hopefully 8 people will watch that because the video itself was not bad. It actually really wasn't all that bad of a movie either. But getting back to My Girl, this movie was was kind of interesting. This was more of a girl's movie than a guy's movie. Was it enjoyable? Oh, it's a lot better than today's nonsense. That is for sure. But as a movie in general, it actually really wasn't that bad. The acting really wasn't awful. Macaulay Culkin's part was actually pretty cool considering he was mostly a very confident, sarcastic kid in the Home Alone movies, and as well as Uncle Buck as well. So this he was kind of more of a, do you want something? So he was more of a kind of sensitive type, kind of nerdy in this. So it was a different part for him, but he was starting to branch out a little bit as an actor, and I don't know what he's staring at. So, so now to give this a grade, I will actually be fair, and I will give this a B minus. Get it? B. So, so, so with this grade here, I do recommend seeing this. It can be a movie you watch with the whole family, but like I said, this is kind of a girly movie. When I said that I saw this when I went into class the next day, I didn't get made fun of, but I got some looks. So so anyway, so yes, you can find this on some streaming service, I'm sure, but you could actually buy My Girl and My Girl 2 together for, I believe, a pretty reasonable price. So so definitely comment below, subscribe if you want, and thank you very much for watching.